moving on, Prutha Patel is a business and community leader. She's also active in pageants, and so I'd like to welcome her to the show because she has an exciting announcement to talk to us about here on Go Local Live. Prutha, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, it's so good to meet you. Look how lovely and beautiful you are, and your crown and your sash. So I'm so excited to talk to you. Come on in a little closer. Great, so we want to make sure we can see you. So tell me, you have a very exciting announcement to tell us about.
I do. So I was just recently crowned Miss New England U.S. International. I'm very excited. I go to nationals in about 6 weeks. So the pageant is actually Miss U.S. International. So I'll be representing our region.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we're so glad to have you on Go Local Live in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center, and pumped that you could announce it here.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited.
That's great. So tell us a little bit just about the Miss U.S. International. Tell us about representing New England and what's coming up as you move to Florida and compete.
Yeah, so basically there's various states and various regions that have titles. Right now there's about 30 contestants, and we're all going to be competing on a national level in Florida, in Kissimmee, Florida, in June. So June 23rd and 22nd and 23rd are the pageant dates, and the winner from there goes on to represent the country at Miss International in Tokyo. So it's pretty exciting.
So that would be awesome to go to Tokyo to have that experience.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about your platform. What are some of the things that you're talking about and some of your missions?
So my platform really is centered around supporting women and young women especially. I feel like, there's so many things that women go through as you're growing up, career-wise, and just learning to be a woman and be comfortable and confident in your own skin. And, having a business background, it's important for me to kind of share that with other people and share that you can really, achieve your dreams and, do anything you want to do. I think, for me, I'm in a male-dominated industry in terms of real estate property management, and so I've definitely faced some obstacles in that role, but I feel like I've done a lot and I've worked really hard, and I know that there are so many other women that I've met that have inspired me, so I want to be a role model for other women as well. I also think that a lot of people go through hardships, and so my primary platform is going off of one specific incident that happened to me. I'm sorry. In 2015, I was actually diagnosed with lupus, and so I was in bed for months, and I felt like I was almost like stripped of my identity, and so I honestly never thought that I would be where I am right now. It was just really hard for me to cope with, and I'm lucky that I'm feeling healthy and I'm okay, and I just think that my message there, honestly, is that you can get through anything, and it shouldn't be so hard, and so I really want to develop a community and a support system.
That's excellent. And so going back to kind of your first point, talking about women and encouraging, whether it's young women or moving forward, you are involved with the Providence Lady Project, right?
Yes,
so
I am.
You do a lot of work. You're not just saying this is what you want to do, but you do a
Yeah.
lot of work within the community to move forward on your platform as well.
Definitely. So I'm on the board of the Lady Project. I'm also the chair of the expansion committee. I love it. Such a great network of women and a family of women. And on top of that, I actually created and initiated the first Rhode Island Lupus Support Group. So I'm really excited about that.
So talk to us as you move forward with this, and you have lupus and you're working to develop the support group. What are some of your goals for that? I mean, you have a lot going on. You have a business, you're on all these boards, and now you're working on the support group. That must mean a lot for other people, and then to know that something like that is out there, that's a pretty big deal.
It's something that I looked for when I was first diagnosed, and I found that there was nothing in Rhode Island. There was definitely support groups in Boston, but that's kind of, it's difficult to get up there, especially for being in Rhode Island. You want to stick close, and you can't just go up there on a weeknight. So
it's tough to drive. It takes 2 hours.
Yeah, right.
And then
with
2 hours
traffic.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So
you're lucky.
Exactly. So I think, for me, when I discovered that there was nothing here, I was really passionate to get involved, and luckily I was introduced to Ada Crossan, who's the founder of Lupus Runway for a Cure, and I was on the host committee for that. That takes place every October. And then she really encouraged me to develop the support group, and so once I did that, it was really heartwarming, even if there was only a handful of us in the first meeting, that there was a place for all of us to come to and feel like we were understood. And it's just, I get goosebumps when I have random people call me and they're like, I was just diagnosed and I have nowhere to go. Like, I have no idea what this is. And
people might not even know what it is. They have to go to WebMD.
Exactly.
They're like, don't do that.
Oh, no, that's the worst thing.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So yeah, it's been like really exciting. I hope it grows. I'm really excited to build awareness for it. I'm having my fundraiser for my pageant this Thursday at XO Cafe.
Awesome.
I'm not sure if you've been, but it's literally
my gosh,
right around the corner.
Yeah, love it. So cute.
Yeah, it's on North Main. It's going to be from 5 to 8 p.m. and there's going to be raffles and signature cocktails, free drinks, and good people and good music. And a portion of the proceeds are actually going to be donated to the Lupus Foundation of New England. So
that's
I'm
great.
really excited.
So is that the fundraiser as you move forward in the competition and then also for the Lupus Foundation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so it's to help assist me in costs, for the pageant, travel and, things like that, just in preparation. So, yeah.
And then part of it, that's amazing that part of it's also going to the foundation.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's, like I said, it's a cause that I'm very passionate about, and I'm excited to elaborate a little bit more on my platform on Thursday and kind of tell more of my story.
That's great. And then do you have another fundraiser coming up as well?
I have one. It's planned for May 21st. It's going to be at Revival. And so we're going to do like an afternoon. We're going to do a tour of the brewery. And there's going to be samplings of beer, and I'm still trying to figure out the details.
We're still working on the
it's Sunday. It's a Sunday.
Well,
May
it sounds fun.
Yeah.
You go to Revival and you're
it'll be fun.
beer.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's pretty much all you need to know, right? And you're sporty. I'm going to have you scoot over just a little bit more. We want to see you. We want to see all of you, right? You don't want you to run away from us. So talk to us a little bit about how this pageant, as you move forward and you're doing the competition, it's pretty exciting. Talk to us just a little bit about pageants in general. You're so involved in the community. You're so involved with different businesses. That's a lot. How do you think that pageants have really helped you be able to go out, start support groups, be able to go out and be successful in the business world? Do you think that the two are kind of intertwined?
Definitely. A lot of the skills that I've developed just from being in the business world and excelling in my career, I've applied to pageantry. It's a lot about time commitment, time management, dedication, setting goals, discipline. And on top of that, it's important for you to spread your message, whether that be, I'm also the VP of Orange Leaf Yogurt, so I was heavily into marketing, and so, it was important for us to get our message out there, to build awareness in the community. And now with pageantry, I feel like it allows you a different channel to promote things that you're passionate about and bring awareness to certain causes, various causes, whatever they might be. And I feel like, just there's two sides to that. One, the building community aspect and building awareness, and then also the discipline that it takes. And I just feel like it's made me a stronger person in many ways. And I feel like, my time management skills, like I mentioned, my discipline and all those things are just, I'm improving on them constantly. So that's what I really like about it.
Pageants sometimes, there's two different aspects and avenues of pageants. Sometimes they get a bad rap, but I feel like there's so much that can be offered in pageants. You can learn such good skills. What are some of those benefits of doing pageants and competing that you think can help?
I just got involved in pageantry in 2015. So I want to say I'm new, but I feel like I've been so immersed in it every time I've decided to compete that I've really taken a lot away. I think, aside from developing those skills that I had just mentioned, it's a great way to build your self-confidence. It's a great way to engage the public. It's a great way to really just, kind of discover yourself and figure out, what you are passionate about, what you do care about. Interviewing is another component, which is
just being able to talk to someone. Right?
Exactly, yeah.
Just being able to stand up and talk in front of people, I would think.
And also stage presence. I think that's actually something that I didn't have as much of. I've always liked being on the stage.
Standing here slumpy over here.
Right, and it's these things. I know pageantry. There's all these stereotypes, and I'm guilty of having some of them before I was involved, and I've actually experienced it. My first experience was awesome. I met such great people. The girls were awesome. I made so many friends. Everyone was so supportive, and it wasn't like
it's neat.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm just here to win. It's the camaraderie and. That's what I really loved about it, and that's what brought me back. So.
So you said you got involved in 2015, which doesn't seem like you've been involved for too long.
Right.
Why did you decide to get involved, and what are some of the reasons you feel like other people decide to do this?
So I think mine is a unique story. It was actually my dad. So I was never really interested in pageantry or modeling or any of that, and I was always like such a career woman, and I still am. But it was my dad who had said, why don't you try this out? It's something different. It's something challenging. It's something that's unlike anything you've done before. And he kind of like gave me that like belief that like, okay, maybe I can do this.
Good job, Dad.
So yeah, it was really cool. And then and I think, I don't know, I mean, I feel like other people do it just because it's a once in a lifetime experience. Some of my friends, that's the reason they did it. Others, I think they're built for it, like from a young age, they're probably, watching pageants and they're super into it. So I think there's a variety of reasons. The reason I competed again in 2016 was because I was going through kind of like a rough patch, still dealing with or accepting the fact that I had lupus.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of things that kind of just went on last year, and I kept going and I kept going, and I was like, you know what, I'm determined. I want to just do this once while I'm not feeling sick, and I did it, and now I'm back here again.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what a testament to you. I feel like as you are going through this diagnosis and you probably feel terrible, and to be able to pick yourself up and say, I want to do this, I want to compete, I want to look good, I want to feel good, I want to do something where I feel proud of myself. I mean, that has to be a pretty strong message to send to yourself and to send to others.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, you're right. 2015, I was diagnosed after I decided to do the pageant, and I was already in it. So I made the decision. Once I make a decision, like, all right, I'm not like gonna let anything stop me. But yeah, it was like, oh my gosh, like, am I gonna be able to like actually train? Am I actually gonna be able to do this? And I powered through, but obviously it wasn't ideal. But you're right. It was like, all right, I can't do this. So no matter what, no matter what's going on, you can still get back up and keep going. So,
which is good for you. And again, what a testament to you. So you have the fundraiser coming up. You said Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, Thursday.
This Thursday, May 4th.
I'm trying to look at my calendar. So Thursday, that's coming up, and then also one coming up later on in May on a Sunday.
May 21st. Yep.
May 21st. Perfect. And then moving forward in nationals, what will the competition be like? Are there people coming from all over the country?
All over the country, yes. Honestly, I don't know. I've never competed on a national level, so that's something I'm very excited about. So it's 5 days. There's different events on each day. So there's a photo shoot, there's a derby event, there's a white party. There's various things leading up to preliminaries and the main pageant competition. And then, I'm assuming it's similar to the other pageants I've done. I mean, the only pageant system that I've competed in is Miss Rhode Island, USA. And that was awesome. But on a national level, I think it's just going to be more events and things like that. I honestly, it's going to be a whole new experience for me. So I'll come back and share with you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, come and tell us about opportunities. What advice do you have for young women in the community, whether they want to get involved, whether it is in business or whether it's in leadership roles or whether it's in pageants? What advice do you have for young women? I mean, you have such a strong background in public service and in engagement and in a business background and now doing pageants. What advice do you have to young women out there?
I mean, I would say to stay open-minded, don't close yourself off. I feel like, sometimes in the past I was like, all right, I definitely want to do this thing, and, I just kind of put blinders on. I didn't want to, even look into any other options, career-wise, but the second I kind of, I was always still a little bit open-minded and curious. That's a big thing. Always stay curious. I would go on informational interviews if I saw someone doing something that I thought I might want to do, and I was able to sit with them. Some of them some executives gave me 3 hours of their time, and it was awesome because it's a learning experience. It's like, all right, what is your day-to-day? Or even doing job shadows. And it's really all about asking. Don't be afraid to ask. I think being involved in the community, that's been just from me being curious and being out there and meeting people. The Lady Project is a great way, if you're a member, just to meet other women. I feel like a lot of times it's hard when you've graduated college and you're in your career to make friends, especially friends that are like-minded. And have similar goals, kind of, at the similar places in life. And that was really great. And leadership opportunities, I think, that definitely comes from yourself. If you want to take initiative, if you want to do things, it's always possible. The Rhode Island Lupus Support Group, it was a thought, and I honestly never thought that it would actually happen. But I think just focusing on these things, and pieces come together and things happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. I just recently graduated from Leadership Rhode Island, and that was an opportunity that I never thought I would even have, and it was because of my stage coach, Amy Diaz.
Hi, Amy.
Who she actually, she nominated me. And it's like, if I hadn't done the pageant in 2015, then I wouldn't have known her. I wouldn't have become friends with her, and she nominated me, and that, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like a trickle-down effect. But definitely staying involved and being open to new opportunities. I was kind of like, all right, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. But just jumping and going for it. And I think that definitely helps you kind of weed out what you are passionate about, what you're into, what you're going to excel at versus, okay, I don't need this right now in my life. So
yeah, and what can help you really focus your time and your energy on as well.
Yep, exactly.
I love that. Well, Prutha, thank you so much for joining us. It's been such a pleasure. Really looking forward to all that you have in store. Want to snap a picture before you go. Okay.